I'm born and raised in Vermont. Not a lot of water. Everyone asks if I grew up sailing on Lake Champlain. I did not. But when I was 7, I was really fortunate. My dad was always around the water. I mean, my last name's Waterson. It was destiny, if you will. But my parents bought a little 30-foot sailboat. When I was, first few summers, we would commute from Vermont down to the seacoast. When I was 10, we just started living on the boat all summer. So we came down, we lived on the boat in Portsmouth area. And so grateful my parents brought me up with that because it was easy. We would spend the entire month of August every summer sailing up and down the coast of Maine. My first job was teaching sailing at the local sailing school. My second year as an instructor, all of the older instructors left and they're like, you better get your captain's license. You're in charge, dude. So I was like a kid, 17, teaching kids. We'd have hundreds of kids come through the sailing school every year. I did that all through college. It was just kind of natural. And really, that's how I got into the outdoor industry. It's always been something on the water. I grew up sailing instructor, like 16. I was in the outdoor industry. But since then, it's been whatever was happening, whatever was the ticket where I was at. So sailing, I went and I did study marine biology. So I thought that was going to bring me to the water. And I did get to spend some time underwater, and I spent some time in really cool places. I studied coral reef biology.
Cool.
But I realized the rest of the year, like the other 10 months, I was going to be in a lab. I was going to be in an office. And as important as the work was and is, and as much as I was passionate about it, I was made to be out on the water. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that's what guided you to kind of starting this business. Did you started it from scratch, from your own brainchild?
Well, I've been sailing other people's boats for a long time, kind of like the brief bullet points, if you will. I went to school. I ended up going and doing my master's research in San Francisco. And I got to go to American Samoa for a month every year to do field work. But then it was this time when science funding ran out. My stipend that was paying for my apartment in downtown San Francisco, or almost paying for it, ran out. And I didn't really know what to do. I got a job in a diesel shop, in a marine diesel shop. I moved on to my little sailboat, which was cheap, free. Sure. I worked in the diesel shop because my engine broke. I needed to replace it. So, and you're a starving college student, you do what you got to do.
Oh, totally.
And then I realized, oh man, I got jobs on the water. I ended up working on this big schooner in San Francisco Bay. So I sailed on that boat 6 years on that boat. I ended up on and off. I ended up fishing in Alaska, salmon fishing. That brought me to Hawaii. And the fishing boat there, that's a long story, but shipwreck story. My one, hopefully and only.
Oh my gosh.
Shipwreck story. I was not in charge, but the boat ended up on the rocks. I ended up stuck on Kauai. I got a job as a kayak guide and an REI multi-sport adventure guide. And I was like, I'm staying. This is awesome. So that was really cool. That was a different take on it. I ended up doing snorkeling tours, using a little bit of the marine biology, coral reef background. Then out to Maine, it was serendipitous. It really was. I worked for a marina company in town, and it was great. It was the first time I'd had a year-round job with benefits.
That's a good feeling.
It was. Being a captain, you never had stability, never had something to rely on. But the boat just kind of, it was meant to be. She got donated to our local maritime museum. And I went over there, follow up on a job posting for a sailing captain, thinking I might teach sailing a few days a week after work. Get a little bit of the feel good, what I used to do vibes. And I went over there and I met the director, this legendary old schooner captain, Jim Sharp. And next thing you know, he's like, no, I thought we might run the boat, but you write up a proposal. I think you should run this boat. I think this is what you're going to do. And man, that guy's convincing. Yeah.
I'd say so. You're sitting here.
My wife, I went into it. She's like, don't quit your day job, whatever you do. I came home honey, you got to see this boat. It's amazing. She's beautiful. I'm like, they need someone to run it. And she has supported me every step of the way. She's amazing. But yeah, it was not the plan.
Sure.
It was not the plan, but it was one of those things. It was just kind of too good to be true. Yeah, the boat needed a caretaker. It needed someone to really take ownership and revitalize her, fix her up, get her ready for her next stage of life. Yeah, and we've been doing it. This is my 5th year now.